Day. To be honest, I don't feel so good, so yeah, let's just see how it turns out. Enjoy the stress-free editing story mode. I'm not sure if stress-free is something that I can have in this game. I still want to know what's happening, like for our daughter. I don't know where she is. Yeah, it's... yeah. What? Like, does Sam already know? Yeah, I don't think Sam can support them anymore. I mean, I can't either, so... No. If I have a heart, I cannot I cannot answer the... Yeah, we need to... I'm so glad that Sam like has some sense in them. It's... yeah. I mean, we should get through it together, I think. Yes. But how could we really get through this? We still need to persuade our son, I guess. Final farewell doesn't feel good either. Yeah, like how could people still kind of like endure this tyranny, like this like terrorism state? Like how I don't even understand. But I mean, now people are just taking their time to grieve, I guess. I don't know. I feel like if 4 years, well, it's like I don't know when, last Christmas? I was going to say like 4 years, and then I realized it's only day like 370. Last Christmas, if we just like didn't give them the money to travel around, they might be alive right now, but I mean, we didn't know. It's just we were trying to make sure like they kind of get to do what they want to, but I guess that's life. These things just happen, and you kind of regret it. Like, what if we just make them feel bad for maybe for a week or for a month, but later they get to survive. But you can never turn back in time. So okay, there hasn't even been conflicts to marry. Yes. I mean, I don't think Disruptive is that good, but it depends, they're like terrorists. That's a different kind of problem. Another one's gone missing. What? Another professor? Oh. What? Why is this Disrupt like turning against the... Well, I mean, yeah, like he doesn't want us to talk about it, but what kind of thing this is? They just make a year just like pass so quickly. Career in the making. I guess we are. Oh, we're not even doing another broadcast. Okay. I don't like what Charlie's doing. that was the police, right? Yeah, I don't want to play along like with this. I mean, I think Sam is having a similar, like, I think Sam like thinks similar as I do with this. I want to. No, this is not, but we have to. I just don't see a point that we should change what like Charlie's thinking, so. But I have to say it. I don't think I can like stand on a different point with Sam. Oh, okay. What is this? I don't even know how to. Yeah, I kind of want to say it's going to be fine, but I think we're standing in different places. Okay, we're finally doing another broadcast. Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Alex? Are you receiving? Calling. Come in, Alex? Can you... This is Alan James. The revolution starts tonight, Alex, and to be frank, we need your help. I know you've never been that sympathetic to our cause, but since the bombs, well, you've seen what happened. They have to be stopped, Alex. You know it in your heart, and tonight, well, it might be our very last chance. Play our tape at the second break. It's on your right. And please, when I hack in, let my message reach the people just once, just tonight, before advance can't be stopped.
Jesus, so what?
How's he doing?
How should I know?
What, you haven't heard from him?
He's a wanted criminal, Colin.
So's my nan, but she never missed her birthday.
Your grandmother's on the run, Colin.
Yeah. Armed robbery, resisting arrest, double homicide of the same bloke.
I don't agree with Alan James at all, but
I hope he's alright though. No.
a bad government is like different from terrorism.
Going in 10 seconds, everybody.
Wonder what they're doing. Annoying, probably. Not probably. Definitely.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. This is the National Nightly News broadcasting across the territories. My name is Megan Wolf. Our top stories tonight. Future legend. It's been 40 days since Disrupt conducted multiple attacks across the territory. During the coordinated action, subsequently dubbed the Night of Fire, emergency services were kept busy at the agricultural centres, while a series of covert attacks were carried out freeing political prisoners.
Oh, how could we not put a good picture for Jeremy?
Nothing has been heard from the missing journalist since the violent Disrupt attack on his convoy 6 weeks ago. Donaldson was on his way back to Betterment after his notorious court appearance. All of us here at Channel 1 hope that wherever he is now, he's safe.
Yes.
Food, glorious food. With the last of the menu centres opening in territories 5, 8 and 14 today, Advance confirmed that the programme is now in full operation, providing free food for every citizen of the new future. What started as rationing during the 20-week war has blossomed into a social contract that is the envy of the unawakened world. Jack Tractorpants, spokesman for the menu centres, said today that while they can guarantee the contents of every box is nutritious, the actual quality of the meals you cook depends on whether you have a touch of Chef Jordan Rankley or the culinary skills of a
Now we're just full on against government.
Happy talk. Record happiness levels have been reported today across the territories. As more and more former countries join the new future, a survey carried out by scientists at Queensview University reveals a stunning fall in depression, self-harm and suicides, especially in those territories which have historically faced the most unjust of indivisions. Professors Whiff Piffle and Grantley Major said that their rigorous statistical analysis left them in no doubt that things are numerically better for everyone everywhere. So if you think you're feeling down in the dumps tonight, you're empirically wrong. Any dream will do. Oddball Disrupt spokesman Alan James today set out Disrupt's vision for what he calls a return to free society. However, the problematic provocateur avoided answering any questions on the movement's increasingly sinister tactics. Leading commentator and regular guest on the National Nightly News, Katie Brightman, has been notably outspoken against both Disrupt and Mr. James himself. Her family reported today that she's not been seen since last Tuesday. And a few stories we've been following for a while reached their conclusions tonight. Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. The national outbreak of low-hanging testicular syndrome has been finally traced back to the activities of Rimington's
I don't even know what's the difference
What
between
had
those
at
two.
first seemed like a booming success for Sophia Rimington's pet project has ended uncomfortably for men throughout the territories. A slightly tipsy Sophia, who resigned this morning, commented that the men should stop whinging before driving off so quickly that one photographer's foot and both of his nuts were run over in the kerfuffle after falling out of the bottom of his trousers. A painful end to a difficult reign for the youngest female CEO in history. Fun guy. Unexpected news today as two familiar scientists announced the birth of an extraordinary child. The underground struggle of doctors David Wong and Ingrid Sforsborg Horgensward captured the hearts of people around the world. And after an arduous return voyage, which took over a year, the couple say they've never been happier. Baby Dante is said to be healthy, if a bit partial to the airing cupboard. Man on. Footballer Johnny Handsleeves and his new wife Tiffany Lamore.
I really don't know what's the difference between the
Christmas
pictures. I couldn't see.
1-0 up at full time, which apparently means that they're having a baby. Once beset by tabloid controversy, Johnny seems to be settling well into family life, calling this latest news the ultimate golden goal, if a golden goal also peed on you. All that, plus we'll be taking a trip to Dangley Parks for the notice board, as well as getting a sneak peek at the hottest ticket in town. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Okay, there's 10 minutes left.
But first, 500 days after the loss of a fine
What's
leader
Patrick
and a
doing?
great man, the start of tonight's programme is dedicated to remembering and celebrating the life of Peter Clement. Patrick Bannon is live from Parliament Park, where
he's
Julia
just
Salisbury
died.
will be breaking ground on what will soon be a memorial garden in Peter's honour. Patrick.
This thing to that old bitch.
Hey,
Don't
what's...
think about missing that poor bastard.
Patrick.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
We're live.
Because I'm not being funny. Things were better with Peter, weren't they?
Patrick.
They were, and I don't mind saying it. They were, because he held her back. But now there's no stopping her.
Hello, Patrick, we're
Of
live.
course, can't say that, can I, Francis? No, not with public ownership.
I'm not going to censor it. Why am I going to
These
censor
days-
it?
She's lost it, mate. She's completely off the rocker. I heard from an aide that... Hello, Megan, you join me here live from the what? Hello, Megan, you join me here live from the what? Oh.
for a moment. Well, we will be going live to that groundbreaking ceremony just as soon as we can get Patrick back. Meanwhile, let me just say, I think the Memorial Gardens are going to be gorgeous. I've had a sneak peek at the designs and Alana Marsh has done a fabulous job. Oh, OK, all right, it seems like we have got the signal back. We can now go live to Patrick Bannon in Parliament Park. Patrick.
Thank you, Megan. I'm Patrick Bannon.
Oh,
and
what?
We are indeed live here. Apologies for the technical difficulties there, but any moment now, Julia Salisbury will step out on stage behind me.
Alex, Bozeman here. The boys in editing have just informed me that the eulogy footage isn't fully cut together yet. You're going to have to do it on the fly.
What?
For goodness sake, make sure you make it look good.
Slowly gathering since this afternoon.
This is Alan. You can undermine them here and help us win hearts and minds. Make him look bad, Alex. Really.
Oh, I'm not going to purposely make him look bad, but I feel like my acting skills is going to make him look bad.
Prime Minister Julia Salisbury, the picture of elegance, to begin her address.
Good evening, fellow teammates and
Like, my
friends.
skill is not good enough to make him look, to make her look
100
good.
days ago, all of our lives changed irrevocably. Still reeling from the triumphs and tribulations of Liberation Night, another great loss befell the people of these newly united territories. The loss of a leader, a statesman, a dear friend, and a hero. Peter Gordon Clement.
Peter's death at the age of just 62, of course, announced by the team on the 24th of December, just 6 weeks after Liberation Night.
Born to a working-class family on a housing estate in Rotherham, Peter first trained as a carpenter before getting his start on television. First moving and building scenery, and then developing into the personality that we all knew and loved so much.
Just the Job first hit our screens over 25 years ago, running for 11 series, winning multiple awards, and charming audiences up and down the country.
Peter taught us, all of us, not to be content with the way things are, not to accept inequities, no matter how small. But he also taught us what it took to fight them. Courage, integrity, empathy, and hard bloody graft.
Okay.
Across a career spanning 3 decades, Peter Clement was known for shows including Wake Up, It's Saturday, and much later, late night chat show PT, which at its peak drew millions of viewers.
Peter was by no means a saint. Trust me, he once told me he had more regrets than he'd had stolen dinners. He always did have a knack for a turn of phrase. But it speaks to the strength of his character that he chose to share with us his mistakes alongside his achievements, his faults as well as his talents. Peter had the heart to give it all he had for the people of these united territories.
Famous for his potty mouth, it's estimated conservatively that Peter Clement uttered over 1.5 million swear words during his career, though some sources put this figure well in excess of 2 million F-bombs alone.
What? Okay, it seems like
By
like
illness,
TV
as
broadcasting
he
is
was
making
in
a
the
lot
weeks and
like
months leading up to Liberation Night,
he made a lot harder by him.
he wasn't the man we loved. But his eyes still twinkled with that familiar joy for life, that spark of wit and wisdom of a life lived for others.
Well, I don't think swearing is necessarily bad. I think bad is like not to treating people as people. And he is someone who is not treating a lot of people as
I
people.
first met Peter nearly 20 years ago. Moments before I was supposed to give a speech. Not unlike this one, actually. Only I'd spilt coffee all down myself, and I was young, nervous, desperate to be liked, and from behind me I heard, "Christ, Pet, you've either pissed your kecks or sprung a leak, but either way you got a problem." And before I could even say a word, he stripped off his dry trousers and insisted I took them. That was the sort of man that Peter Clement was. Kind, compassionate, sensitive, a brilliant thinker, a natural leader, but mostly a good man. This glorious, hour so beautiful and new, this shining beacon of
Thank you, Alex.
Okay. The good thing is that James is thinking that I'm editing him here for a very bad way. I didn't try very hard. I was just trying to not stay on the same camera for so long.
To me, he'll always be the man in his pants cheering on a stranger at the back of the conference. It is my great honour to give to you the Peter Clement Memorial Garden. Shall we see if we can get a countdown going? Everyone with me? 10, 9, 8, 7.
What?
Now, Alex, control the message.
You two, come with me. Don't panic.
You're hurting me!
Well, stop resisting then. Stop resisting and we'll let you up.
Not resisting! Ah!
What are you doing?
Not resisting! You saw! Not resisting!
Turn the camera off. National Night News gives the right to be here. I said turn the fucking camera off.
No, we cannot do it.
Look at me, look at me, stay with me, help.
I can't hear anything!
Yes, medics are coming, you sit down.
No, I can't hear you. I'm from the National Nightly News.
Well, then you can consider this payback. Salisbury's still here.
We're going to request authorization. Centipedes are requested. Target approaching Sunbird.
Target armed.
Target armed.
Haven't you done enough? Look around you. This is what your precious freedom looks like, is it? Under fire! People of territory one, rise up! Lower your weapons!
Location secure.
Lower your weapons! It was unnecessary. Can't you see?
Will you turn that off, please, sir? I said, please turn that off. Please turn that off. Shocking scenes from the capital there, exclusively on the National Nightly News, and our apologies to any of our viewers who might have found this evening's events upsetting. But at the National
I feel
Nightly
really
News,
bad
we
that
believe in bringing
it
you
has
the
to
raw,
stay live,
unedited truth as it happens.
but that's what our
We'll
our
update you on the
channel is
latest
for.
from this disrupt attack later in the programme, but when we come back, it's time for happier pursuits, and you know what that means by now. Don't go away.
That didn't go so well, Alex. But we can turn it around in the next segment.
Does anyone know if everyone's safe? Are the crew okay?
All fine. The bomb was a good distance from the unit base.
This is becoming a weekly event.
No, it's different tonight. This is the big one.
Great. So there's a revolution happening outside, and we're off to Dandy fucking Park.
That's journalism, apparently.
Can we get set for the next sequence?
We got sticks. We got sticks that do tricks. We got an evil child.
I don't think I want to.
Felicia, small, nimble, agile.
I mean, I feel like Julie is I don't know, probably a lot better than Alan James, because I don't know, I feel like the violence against those like very innocent, very regular people it's like it's not tolerable. Like, what's the difference between you, like between Disrupt and Advance?
Alex, during this next section, a cameraman working in the newsroom who's one of us is going to get a coded location out. We don't know yet which camera he's on, but if we find out, I'll let you know. Just keep your eyes out for the fist and try and keep it on the air for at least 5 seconds. Our operatives will do the rest.
Megan, this is your new makeup artist, Craig.
No.
Okay.
What? No.
50 minutes.
10 seconds,
Oh,
everybody.
50 seconds.
Sorry, Craig. It's a no.
Okay, we are going in 5, 4, 3.
Oh, it's her again.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News with me, Megan Wolf. Very shortly, we'll be heading on over to the final episode of what has quickly become a hugely successful feature, The Notice Board. But before we do, let's chat with Philippa Radin. Tell me, why do you think the public love The Notice Board so much?
It's real. There, I said it. It connects with people. You know, people look at us and they say, those are real people struggling with real problems.
That's a really interesting point.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying to my PA secretary as I got out the limo, I was saying, it's good for people to see normal, authentic people like them on TV.
People like you.
Yeah, precisely. Unfortunately, then I was interrupted by some dreadful wretch who wanted an autograph, but a swift kicking from security soon put him back in line.
Yes, well, I think it's really good that our screens are filled with such relatable stories. So, The Notice Board is coming to an end after a sensational time at the top. What do you think has made this show so successful?
Oh, it's a combination of so many things.
Okay, this is not so hard to
my
edit.
hard work, my talent, my look.
Wow, you really have a lot to thank you for.
Hey. You're welcome.
We've just heard our man's on camera for.
I have a real sense of responsibility now. You know, a sense I've been entrusted with something precious and that I should use that platform for good.
Yeah, I think that's really important, that we should use this platform to do good in the world. I agree.
That's exactly it. So I've decided to help as many underprivileged children as I
You blew that one, Alex. You there. See if you can get a message to...
Better access to education or
I don't
reducing
want
child
to.
poverty.
No, by adopting as many as I can get my hands on.
Oh, okay. How many children have you adopted?
Oh, we're well into the double figures now, Megan. I stopped counting in the late 30s.
Goodness, that is a lot of children.
Yeah, once we finish putting them into the guest room, I'll have to put a futon in the laundry cupboard.
Oh, you really are some sort of hero.
Hey, I live a privileged life. What can I say? I mean, any child I can take on is a child rescued from suffering.
Poor children. Were their lives really that bad before?
Oh, they're Normans, I presume so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's shocking to think, actually, that only 1 in 10,000 children have a celebrity parent.
I'd never thought of it that way before.
And I'm doing everything I can to fix those numbers.
What do you think it is about your life that's so desirable, then?
Well, it's mainly shame and panic interspersed with expensive bottled water, so actually, if anyone wants to, I'd happily trade.
Now that I can relate to. Right, you better go off and get ready. That was Philippa Radin sharing some thoughts about her lifestyle. I think it's really important to stay grounded and keep everything in perspective. Clearly, not everyone else agrees, but that's enough from me. Let's go now over to Dangly Parts for the final ever episode of The Notice Board.
What a day! First the tea morning, and now to post this notice. I don't know how I managed to cope with it all. Oh wait, perhaps I do. Oh! By St. Barnabas, what on earth is all this?
Freeze, dirtbag!
Oh, Laura, it's you. I thought for a moment you were a knife-wielding mugger or stabber.
No, I'm afraid not. It's just me, a community cohesion officer, responsible for keeping crime at record lows.
Of course. Keep forgetting that thanks to you and your colleagues, violence on our streets is a thing of the past.
What's all this, Vicar?
I know! It's a disgrace. Somebody has
We've managed to get the location code out through back channels. All you need to do is give them the go code. Give them 3 boos in a row for the next 3 queues. 3 boos, Alex.
Careful, Vicar. It looks heavy.
Ha! They don't call me the Right Reverend. Ripped for no reason.
Yes!
It's no good.
It looks like all those crucifit classes were a waste of time.
Perhaps you, a young CCO, would be able to use it.
2 for 2. Fantastic.
And here's the last one, I think.
Looks like all those lifting classes were a waste of time.
It's too heavy, even for me, a strong and capable
Well done, Alex. Let's hope that turned things round.
strong enough to lift this.
Did someone call for the best firefighter in town? Hi!
Well done, Captain Evans. You're so much stronger than us.
Especially me, the weak old man.
It's the least I could do for my community.
What is this?
No luck catching the little devil then?
Unfortunately not. The ferrets struck again last night. When Ray opened the post office this morning, he found that every single stamp had been pre-licked. What?
God! Some people have no decency.
Sadly, if we don't catch him before tomorrow, we may have to cancel the village fete.
Don't worry, we won't let that happen. Will we, Vicar?
No, no, no. Laura, tell me, why do they call him the ferret?
Some say it's because of his sneaky nature. But really it's because whenever he strikes, he always leaves behind the foul stench of urine.
Never fear, officer. We'll catch this pissy nuisance and save the village fete. Or my name's not Captain Danger Evans. The community cohesion team are doing their best, but they simply don't have the smarts to solve this mystery. But I know someone who does. Someone who's about to blow this thing wide open. Me! Blackout!
It's the morning of the village fete, thanks to theatrical convention.
I sure hope everything goes to plan. Oh, look! There's Mrs. Craven setting up her cake stall.
And look, there's the motorcycle display team setting up for a show that will be far too expensive for live television.
I'm going to set up the coconut shy. What are you doing, Vicar?
First, I'm running the tombola. Then, I'll be selling forgiveness for money.
Aren't you judging the jams?
I couldn't possibly.
Well, that sounded like Mrs. Craven. Looks like someone sucked all the jam out of her donuts.
That damn ferret has struck again.
Whatever are we to do?
Although I'm very competent, I have no idea how to solve this case.
I guess we'll just have to cancel the fete.
Hold it right there, ferret.
Me? Have you been drinking from the fire extinguishers again?
Not you, the vicar.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Admit it. You wanted the village fete cancelled so you could have the day off, didn't you?
I already have to work Sundays. I shouldn't have to work 2 days a week.
But how did you know?
Well, my first clue was the smell.
Yes, I do smell of urine.
Next, I noticed that the vicar's tongue was particularly dry, almost as if he'd been licking thousands and thousands of stamps.
Or perhaps eating Mrs. Craven's baking.
Which brings me on to my third clue. The vicar said that he had no more room for jam.
Almost as if he'd had his fill.
Precisely.
But you managed to figure it all out from that?
Well, I also found this at the scene.
That proves nothing. No!
Get him out of here, officer!
You did it, Captain. You could say you ferreted him out.
Hey, come on. Let's go and have a party in my massive garden. I am doing well.
Thanks to you, we're all doing well.
Okay, I'm very glad that this this thing is not happening.
That was it, the final ever episode of the notice board, and what a way to end it. Thank you as always to Jeff, Philippa and Tommy. After the break, we'll be both dancing and learning, so don't change that channel. We'll be right back.
Yeah, let's just play this, whatever.
Well done, everybody.
Wow! What a brilliant...
What advert is this, Alex? I don't remember passing it for broadcast. I think you made a mistake there.
Hey, I've got a new grill out back. I've got 4 kinds of sausage. Hey, you.
Policies are.
You coming to the after party?
Well, I was wrong. And I'm here tonight to say
Oh,
sorry. And to beg for your forgiveness. My parents are not rich. My mother was a nurse and my father worked in a factory. I was the first member of my family to go to university. But I always envied my friends who had so much more. Over the years, my jealousy grew. So when
I'm really bad at recognizing their faces, so I just don't remember where she appeared.
I was glad to see the rich punished. I didn't see how backwards advance were. I didn't understand that rather than tearing down the wealth creators, we should have been helping everyone else to take a seat at their table. Under advance, the country is poor. It is poorer in ambition. It is poorer in aspiration. We are infantilized by advance's naive policies.
Please, Sarah, anything.
Sorry, Mum, I'm really not supposed to say.
Are we safe?
Hi, I'm Maddie. Johnny just said to ask if we need any touch-up.
I have
Did
poured
she?
myself out to the media to defend.
That's my shade, is it?
Yeah.
This is my shade?
My parents. I see that now.
What?
Mum, Dad.
What is Megan doing?
I'll run back to Jenny now.
Our only hope.
What?
Sorry about that, Sarah. Nothing you can tell me. At all, at all.
They've said no one's died, that's all I can say.
10 seconds.
What's wrong with you?
She is in tears.
Ugh.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
I don't know what's going on between them.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later in this segment, we're hoping to be able to go back to Patrick Bannon at the scene of tonight's shocking Disrupt attack. But first, I'm delighted to
be honest, I don't like the advertisements that
I'll be speaking
was
with
just
the cast
played.
in a moment, but
I'm not
first,
sure
let's take a look at them in action.
like
Please
what
give a
Disrupt
warm National
wants.
Nightly welcome to the Novaries.
Wants to achieve. I don't understand.
Hello? Doctor? Yes, I see. Thank you for letting me know. I have a decent life. I'm a happy, loving wife. And my job is well paid and fulfilling. I have a husband, John. He's due home soon, won't be long. And I have to tell him something that is absolutely chilling. We share coffee in the morning and we make love every day. We take time alone together to talk and laugh and play. We prioritize our needs. We do charitable deeds. But the flowers of a happy life are now beset by weeds.
I'm home.
Oh, darling John.
Oh, dearest John.
There's something very wrong. I've just had a conversation with our doctor, David Wong, so please be seated. This news will make you feel defeated. The scans revealed a lump.
You poor unlucky chump. Is it cancer?
Worse of John. We're having a baby.
What?
How can this be?
Oh, woe is me.
Why has this happened to me? I always wear 2 condoms for the maximum of
Safety in our tiny flat. We built a peaceful habitat. Now our lives are fucked. We're having a baby. Now you can't have any wine at book club.
And there won't be any time for foot rubs.
Now your hair will stink of weed.
And you'll start to disagree.
And forget about that holiday in Territory 3. No more waking up at 3:30. in charge.
The only glue they have to deal with comes from personal bums.
Now when I take a sick day at home,
The parasite won't leave you alone.
he's wrong.
We're our top priority.
I look after you, and you look after me. Ain't no trouble and strife. We got a childless life. No one wails and no one walls. No one draws things on the walls.
A happy husband.
A wonderful wife. We got a childless life.
We're having a baby.
We're having a baby. Changing nappies daily. We're having a
baby.
No more weekends by the coast. Now your kid is uppermost. It's more than a passing craze to have childless days.
We're having a baby.
Food and drink thrown everywhere. Death trap toys.
I'm just looking at the random screen.
Every parent prays to have childless days.
We're having a baby.
No more spas and no more
We're having a baby.
18 years on bills and leaves. Time for a whole new phase.
We're having a baby.
This song is very long.
One more thing before the show begins. Have you considered that you might be having twins?
Amazing. The Novaries there, treating us to their opening number from Elegy for a Childless Life, which is currently the hottest ticket in the Capital Theatre District. And we'll be touring the territories later this year. Right then, come on, you lot, come on down, let's go, don't be shy. Hello. Hi, Megan. It's an honour.
Okay, it's another interview.
How's the show? Yeah, it used to be. Well, listen, let's get stuck in. Your amazing musical. Now, I mean, not only do you perform this show every single night,
With matinees on Wednesday and Saturday.
right, but you're also the show's creators, am I right?
Well, everyone contributed their ideas, and then some of us went away and did the actual work on the script. But no, it's very much a team effort.
Oh, that's fantastic. How rude of me. I've not introduced any of you. I'll be the one being replaced next. Let's go down the line, shall we?
Hi, I'm Jack.
Jim Blunt. Pleasure to be here.
Jennifer Boram Woodley.
Hello, I'm John Satley. Used to be in the business professionally.
My name's Jill, with a J.
And I'm Janet. I'm the youngest.
That's incredible. And you were all friends previously. I mean, what a coincidence, right? With your names beginning with a J.
Oh my goodness, guys! Our names all begin with J.
How have we never noticed that?
Because you haven't
What's
typed them out
outside?
1,000 times?
You knew? Why didn't you say anything?
I thought we all knew. It's bloody obvious, isn't it? I just thought we were doing a funny thing where we never mentioned it.
And I believe as well as
Okay,
being
these two
friends,
people are
you're
really
also
not having
soulmates.
a having a
Life
good
as well as in
relationship.
the show.
Well, not exactly.
I'm not married to him. I'm with Janet.
And I'm with John, you lucky bean.
Oh,
Jim and I
okay,
were
really?
4 fabulous years.
Well, that must make for some confusion in the rehearsal room.
Well, you should have seen the first draft. Jen decided that Jack would play Jim, I would play Jack. Jen, Janet, Jill, Jen, Janet, Jill.
What about John?
Well, my character was originally just called Man 1.
It was allegorical.
It was very confusing.
Not for a professional.
After much toing and froing.
And gnashing and wailing.
And gin and tonic.
We decided that we'd just use our own names, which is less truthful.
We're also less likely to go into the wrong dressing rooms.
Oh god, yeah, that would be very embarrassing, wouldn't it?
Of course, when I first wrote it, we were only meant to run for a few nights at the Member Village Hall, but when I registered it with the Department for Culture, it caught the eye of someone high up, and before you could say overnight sensation, we were transferring to the capital!
It's all been a bit of a roller coaster, really. I'm only 19. I'm the youngest.
You really don't have to repeat that.
I had to give up my job as a mortuary technician.
Well, yes, we all had to move to the capital.
I love that job.
It's been a very turbulent time.
So peaceful. No singing. So peaceful.
This piece isn't.
Stand by, Alex. Censor the orange.
It's about children. And why you shouldn't have them.
In a way, I guess it is political, with a small p. After all, we are a solid unit, and eagle-eyed audience members will see we nod our heads to advance on stage throughout, and we target the messaging at women aged 22, well, about 35, as they're the most likely to be afflicted by this terrible problem. Terrible problem.
Having children.
Well, you understand, Megan.
You clearly agree.
This isn't about me.
Of course, we see that there are advantages to a family unit, but eagle-eyed couples watch as the little parasites advance on their lives. And there's no time to play the guitar, get through a book, or watch a movie. They're exhausting.
I feel like they have the points, or it's like they deserve to get their points out.
Usually I'm the chatty one.
Because you're the youngest, we know. It's not a badge of honour, Janet.
Janet, please, Jennifer. Oh, well said, John. Thanks. Got you back.
So could you just tell us what is the play about? What happens in it?
Well,
go ahead.
Like, what kind of message does Advance want?
Jennifer, myself, and John have their child, and then the story charts the downfall of their hopes and dreams.
And there's lots of singing.
And dancing.
A lot.
My character works at a menu centre for a distribution unit. Eagle-eyed, she sees her friend's rapid advance to a pit of despair. Becoming a target for children's TV advertising at the age of 22, she decides to take drastic action. I can't really say more, though. I've probably said too much already.
Let's not spoil the second act for anyone who might come to see it.
Which should be all of you. For too long, we've been told that
Is Jenny and Megan like arguing or something?
Incomplete, that children are a blessing. Well, I've done the research, and they're not. Besides, there's already loads of bastards running around.
Oh, please, don't swear.
We just want people to have the option of a happy, child-free life without stigma. You know, when I was 14, before I had come out, I had an experience with a girl called Julia Jacobs. She was an experiment, I guess, you know, a chance to dip my toes into the...
Fascinating. Well, thank you all so much for coming in tonight. I really hope you keep them dancing in the aisles for many performances to come. The noble is there. And I am pleased to say we can now go back to Patrick Bannon to get the latest from the scene.
Yeah, I kind of want to do that.
Patrick, are you okay? Thank you, Megan. This is Patrick Bannon reporting from the scene of tonight's devastating and symbolic attack tonight this evening. An attack which I myself have found myself caught up in. I'm still a little dazed and a little deaf, Megan. So I hope you'll forgive me if I seem that it's time to speak with the Prime Minister. Mrs. Salisbury, that's you. You're still here. The Prime Minister.
I couldn't leave, not when there were people that needed help. Any team player would have done the same. I don't deserve praise for being human.
Yes, no accolades here. Or Palisades. Or lemonade. Right. So, is the situation... Now, are we safe?
Yes, the security services performed their duties without hesitation. And
I feel like people don't know what they're doing
here.
here.
That although there have been some injuries, there were no civilian deaths here this evening.
Oh, that's good news about the Sorry, did you say no deaths?
That's right. No civilian deaths. Just the four disrupt terrorists curtailed by law enforcement, who were, as always, so cohesive. If I may, I have a message for your viewers.
Oh, of course, the camera. There's the speak there on the camera there.
Stay at home tonight. Do not become another casualty of war.
Wait, then now it's a civil war. That's not right.
As the dear departed Peter Clements once famously said, it ends today.
And also, is there really no civilian
Thank
deaths?
you.
I kind of
Prime
feel
Minister,
suspicious
those
about it.
strong words of strength. Back to the studio. Megan, now in the studio with Megan Wolf now.
Patrick Bannon there, bravely reporting from the front line of tonight's horrifying bombing. Maybe you need to get checked out, Patrick. Well, that brings us to the end of tonight's National Nightly News, but before we go, one final thought. Throughout the programme tonight, we've been receiving reports of disrupt activities throughout the territories. Through a series of coordinated attacks, these terrorists are attempting to undermine Advance's vital work. However, sources at team headquarters have told us that this flaccid revolution was not only predicted, but allowed to happen. Our government have lured Disrupt out from the shadows, and they are not the overwhelming force they would have you believe. The military have been actioned, and, well, it's pretty scary out there tonight, so stay at home, stay with Channel 1, because the team has assured this programme that the turbulence will soon be over, and we can once again focus our minds on building the new future with equality, fairness, and resources for all. My name is Megan Wolf.
There's still a third segment.
Set up the rocket launcher. Let's silence the monster.
Okay, we'll go, Alex. Watch the tower.
I cannot look elsewhere. Okay, I guess we're dead. We got 3 A+, but we're hardly down for, right? If we're dead, like, I don't think it matters at all. I want to continue, but I feel like I'm dead. How could I continue? Oh, I'm still alive, okay. That's surprising. Okay, we probably need to explain everything now. Okay. Okay, we're kind of I don't know what we're talking about, but anyway. Okay, we probably would lost our job, but anyway. Okay, we didn't even lost our job. That's surprising. I thought like the next day I'm going to be fired and it's game over, but apparently it's still not. So I banked really, probably not for me. I don't think we really get to spend it anyway, so. I hope they like it. Oh god. Well, why do we have to deal with this? I'm like, just pick another day. Why? Please, this is like our anniversary. Why? I don't even understand. Yeah, I mean, Charlie's gone. I just don't want to deal with him right now. Yeah, very lucky, but I still don't know like what to do with Charlie, to be honest. What is it? What? I mean, we'll try to get through this, but... Yeah, I mean, at least we're still together. It's not good at all, but it's, I guess, not the worst. I still feel like it's good that I spend money for Sam for our anniversary.
I've checked the schedule for tonight. Nothing major to report. Certainly isn't anything you can't handle. Still, at least my daughter's in for advanced new initiative. That should liven things up a bit here. Keep up the good work.
Respectively large family. At 9:15, it's What Music is Best? A rundown of the top-selling songs across the territories. Expect catchy tunes and scenes of...
Wait, I don't even have a choice here?
Not one to miss. At 10 p.m, it's time for Julia's Diary, where the ever-popular Prime Minister reads extracts.
Okay, I don't even have a choice for the advertisement.
At 10:30, it's the latest episode of our drama series,
Not what I want.
Betterment, which tells the inspirational story of Emily Dennisworth and the brave doctors and technicians struggling.
And this is Jenny. She's the floor manager.
Hi, Stacey.
That's Colin. He too much. Don't talk to Colin.
Who is that?
Bring your daughter to work, eh, Colin?
Nah, we don't believe in it.
All right, come and sit next to Mum.
Believe in what?
Just days.
How did it all go so right? That's followed by the territory.
Atta girl.
Advanced briefing.
10 seconds, everybody.
Oh, start on camera.
So much. Okay, we are going in 5, 4, 3.
As we go over to Megan and the team.
Good evening and welcome to the NNN. I'm Megan Wolf. And who's this, you might be wondering? Well, it's Bring Your Daughter to Work Day here at Channel 1. So I'm joined tonight by my foster daughter, Stacey. Say hello, Stacey.
Go fuck yourself.
Wait.
All right then. Here are the stories that matter to you. First up, with Advance confirming that the nuclear fallout from the 20-week war is to blame for the drop in birth rates across the territories, we asked you what keeps you going. I know that I, for one, was quite deflated when I heard about this, but reading all your submissions has really put the smile back on my face. This is from Sonia in Larkfordshire. I've had plenty of time to fill, so I've started a new hobby. Since I started knitting, I barely remember that 85% of the country is sterile. My record is this scarf. It's 124 metres long. Thank you for that, and if you've started a new hobby, do write in and tell us about it. Next up, you know how we love your uncanny comestible coincidences, and I don't know about you, but I think this one really takes the biscuit. I'm not sure what I'm more impressed by, Stacey.
The things our viewers spot are the unbelievable way our menu centres are now able to feed every team member every single day. Greg from Proddington has sent us this lovely photo of their breakfast, saying, "I couldn't bring myself to eat my toast this morning because I could swear it bore the spitting image of the great Julia Salisbury's relatable face. So I had to make do with a plate of butter and 2 spoonfuls of jam." Do keep those coming in. Come on, can you have a go? We've just got time for one more of your stories, and this one is an inspiring story of rehabilitation. That's it, just tell us who it's from, yeah, and then read it out. Okay.
Apparently, this is from Sherry in Tendon. Here I am, just 6 months out of betterment. I'm healthy, sober and working thanks to the facilities I had access to on the inside. I'll never have to go back to my old life of stealing cars and burning down charity shops. I just wanted to share.
We absolutely love hearing the way our neighbours and team members have been able to become better people. So do let us know your stories here. You can do this bit, Stacey.
No, you're right.
Come on, give it a try.
Let us know your stories here at the NNN.
Right, bit of a change of pace coming up here. You'll need to use the S effect buttons for the next segment, but Advance have already selected when and what to use. Simple stuff. Just follow your government orders.
It doesn't feel simple at all.
First up tonight on the NNN, it's time to celebrate this week's team lottery winners live from the Shakespeare Theatre right here in the capital. We're going to hand over to Julia Salisbury. I suppose you don't think much of her either, eh, Stacey?
She's got a lot more going for her than you wankers.
Okay, surprising vote of approval there from Stacey. Let's go live to that right now.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this week's Team Awards. Of all the many duties I have as team leader, this is by far the most pleasant. As I so often say to you, the uneven past is now, following the demise of Disrupt, firmly behind us. This is the new future. And I say to you, it's better now. I am delighted to be joined here tonight by one of the oldest people in Territory 1. He was born over 107 years ago. Please give a warm team welcome to Alfie Tatchbadger. So, Alfie, you must have seen so much in your lifetime. What have been some of the highlights? Alfie? Alfie? Is he all right? Is he all right?
His hearing aid isn't turned on.
Oh, could you turn it on?
He says it drains the battery.
Well, will you tell him that we'll buy him a brand new battery after the presentation?
Yeah, he says that's fine then. Yeah, he says that's fine then. And I will help him with that, yeah.
If you would. Sorry, can't get the staff.
We got it.
What's happening with her? I feel like this is like a comedy of some kind.
What? You're 107 years old.
Oh, don't bloody remind me.
Would you like to tell the audience what that's like?
Where is everybody?
Out there, in the dark. Oh, bless him, it's not just the ears.
Who are you? 2 sugars, please.
I'm Julia Salisbury, the Prime Minister.
I love this story. Who are you really?
No, I really am the Prime Minister.
Oh, so you're
A woman.
Yes, a woman. One of
Women can do anything men can do these days, Alfie.
Standing up.
I can't say I've ever tried.
No, I didn't think so. 2 sugars, please, and not too much milk.
Shall we get to the awards, Alfie?
Whoa, are you going to ask me about my life?
Well, I'm not sure we have enough time left now for that. So...
When I was 9, I wanted a pet, so I asked me mum and pap. There was no television then, back then, you know. We made our own entertainment out of coal and roadkill.
Well, that's fascinating.
So they got me a pet, see? But it weren't a dog. They told me it were a dog, but it were a stone.
A stone?
Yes. So I called it Patch. It was a popular name for a dog back then, on account of the king having a patchy face. And I decided to introduce him to pretty little Gertie Thimble, who lived up the road.
Oh, how romantic.
She threw my dog in the river. That was the day I decided I'd never marry.
What?
And that's the secret to your long life?
Oh no, I've been married 7 times, divorced 8. There was a mix-up with number 3, see? Yes, I'm just lucky. Are we going back to the home soon?
Soon, Alfie. First, let's turn to the reason we're all here, the weekly Territory 1 Team Awards. First up tonight is a lady who really knows how to put in the extra hours. She works at a transition centre in Hamble-Bamblebury, and she has single-handedly allowed more families to unburden each other than any other nurse in Territory 1. In the uneven path, she'd have been locked up. Tonight, she is being honoured as a team player. Please welcome Daphne Snister.
Are you here to change me?
Just give her a medal, Alfie. There's a good boy.
Doctor, I mean, 2 sugars, please. And don't let it steep too long.
I think you're supposed to give me one of those.
Well,
There he goes, look.
I can't get the arms up any higher than that. You'll have to go down, Mum.
Thank God those fractious times are behind us. And now the territories are thriving.
Are we in? As the actor said to the bishop.
Yes, thank you. I've got it from here.
Well done. Daphne Snister, everybody. Now, open your envelope and find out what you've won. Crikey, don't hold back there. She's tougher than one of Peter's homemade Eccles cakes.
Got it. I've won a holiday for 2 in Territory 15. Used to be called San Palmerino, didn't it?
I believe it did, yes.
Why couldn't we have stuck with that then? It's easier to remember.
We're all one nation now.
Hang on a minute. Isn't it still on fire?
Daphne Snister, everyone.
Oh, what about my change? I've been in these white pants for 3 days now.
We'll get to that, Alfie.
Oh, right you are, love.
Next up tonight is a couple from Farnley who, after a rocky start losing
I
their
probably
families
would just
ill-gotten
finish
gains
this
to the
segment
Ancestral
and
Wealth
that's
Act,
it.
have really embraced the new future, setting up a community farm and petting zoo in their local area for all the local children to play. Please welcome Otho and Lobelia Jackson Randy-Gannett. Medal, Alfie.
You know, when I was in the trenches, I had a pal called he was way up north, so I didn't understand a bloody word he said. But he were my best mate.
Should we just grab them for ourselves?
Probably for the best.
And his best mate was Smudger Hayes. There was them two, Fiddly Eric unstable Terry, and of course, Leggy Sydney. She were a girl, but she had a boy's name, so they shipped her to the front anyway. First girl any of us has ever seen, close up. She's dead now. They all are. Smudger and Scotty never made it home. Fiddley got shanked in Frankworth prison in an argument over an olive. And Terry, he exploded quietly at home. Sydney got a fatal skin condition. Scratched herself to death. It makes you think.
Thanks, Alfie. Great contribution. So, Otho and Lobelia, a petting zoo.
After we lost all our wealth, we discovered there were actually people who had never even owned a pony. So we decided to do something about it. That's the type of people we are, you see. Advantage of a private education, probably.
Well, I'm sure we could debate that all night, but there's no time. So, let's see what you've won.
Yes, but before we do, there's something I want to say to you.
Oh, absolutely. Every citizen of the new future has my ear.
When Advance came to power, you took all of our wealth. You took the shirts off of our backs.
Quite literally, in my case. I used to collect shirts.
You might as well have the rest of it, too.
Oh.
Security!
Oh God, not again. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Fannies and the news are not good bedfellows. Keep those flappy bits off my channel, Alex.
Badge matter. And you are? Oh, no.
Got to go.
Oh.
It isn't right and it isn't fair.
You tell him, girl. That's my wife, you know. Only you don't.
You can't mix pearls with swine, it isn't right. We used to have 3 horses, then turned to Bethel and Hunwell. And now what have we got? 2 mangy goats, 1 mongrel dog called Kenneth, and a rooster that won't bloody shut up!
Can we get this over quickly with, please?
As the actress said to the bishop. Oh, here we go again. Hello, Alfie Badge Badger. Pleased to meet you.
Stop them!
Oh, don't worry, love. I'll protect you. Oh,
He even better don't know what he knows.
You know, this reminds me of when I was in your 20s.
I can't imagine like the rest of the 3 minutes are like this kind of thing.
Shining on sea and watch all the pretty girls on the beach. Everything was black and white then, of course. We'd visit the Penny Arcade and try to win a block of lard to take home for the family. You couldn't buy lard in those days. You had to win it. Oh, it was so much simpler back then. Boys were boys, girls were girls. Everyone else was recruited by the circuses. There were loads of them, you see, circuses, with their big tents and their candy floss. You'd hear the music. There was a pipe organ drifting over the nearby fields. My mum used to call it the most magical sound in the world. This was before she lost her hearing after giving a particularly loud round of applause. Did you ever go to the circus?
What's that, Alfie?
The circus. Oh, never mind. Yeah, just a tea, Pet.
Well, that was an unexpected dose of naked nostalgia. Some people simply can't let go of the past. That's why I look in joy and fervent admiration at the younger generation. So cohesive, such a team. And with fertility falling throughout the territories, we should value our fabulous new generation now more than ever. Our final winner tonight is a go-getter who really went and got 'em, helping to root out more than 170 disrupt collaborators in his own neighbourhood.
I don't even understand. This government feels like nuts. Like, what governments don't want their citizens to have children? I don't even understand.
Camp cooperation. Our final winner tonight, Edwin Neverley.
Oh, Alfie Badge.
You should be in a transition centre, you old nonc. Prime Minister. It's an absolute pleasure to finally meet you. We're very similar, in my opinion.
Well, I've never been much of a role model.
Nonsense, Prime Minister. You have saved this country.
You have fought enemies foreign and domestic with an iron fist. As with my own tiny fists have I.
Well, let's open the envelope and find out what you've won. Maybe it'll be a fist enlargement.
A year's internship as a behaviour coach at Betterment. Let's show the fools where they went wrong, eh?
Well, actually, Betterment is about rehabilitation, Edwin.
Absolutely. And if they don't reintegrate, we retaliate. Just like you did, Liberation Night. Thank you for this award, and stay vigilant.
I don't think she's feeling so
Be
good now.
a team player.
That concludes tonight's awards. Join me next week when, hopefully, things will be a lot more normal. Back to you, Megan.
Prime Minister Salisbury there at a highly eventful team awards ceremony. Any thoughts on this week's winners, Stacey?
The nurse was fucking scary, the pretties were saggy, and that little prick will never lose his virginity.
Okay. Well, succinctly put there, if a little profane. After the break, we'll be going live to a star-studded premiere. You won't believe who's on the red carpet tonight. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, Alex, one other... What's that? You're off already? I know you had to take the day off work for Junior, but... Oh, I see. No luck still with Theodore. I'm so sorry, darling.
Wait, who is talking to me? I don't think he's talking
Speak
to
to
me.
you later. Oh, Alex. Completely forgot what I was going to say. Blasted all. Still, I'm lucky to have her.
What? What is he going through?
Spiraling out of control into some kind of tragic comic disaster.
They have
That.
underestimated us. Although they may have scarred our
Reckon he's
bodies,
watching us
they
somewhere.
will never
Laughing.
damage our will or break our mutual bonds.
Are you watching?
Birth
Are you
rates
receiving
may be
us?
challenging.
Are you fucking with us?
Happiness is
Oh, right.
everywhere.
So she can swear.
Satisfaction radiates from every metric. We are producing more.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's it. Yeah, I don't have a high energy today. Yeah. Okay, and that's it. That's it.